It's recording time. Hey, what's going on, guys? Taylor, aka Red Ranger 02 here, and we're just gonna get in today's video, and today's video is gonna be all about my top 10 figures that I want to see in Hasbro's Lightning series. The first figures I'm going to be talking about are A-Squad. Now, A-Squad were the other set of Power Rangers from Power Rangers SPD with the recolored Power Rangers in Space helmets. While their designs are basically just the helmets of In Space, the actual suits remind me very heavily of Kamen Rider G3, and I think it would actually be really cool to have an A-Squad team and a B-Squad team just kind of standing next to each other. I'm pretty sure this next one is already on the list for the Lightning series that is going to actually be made, but I would love a Magna Defender figure. Now, I really didn't care too much for Mike as the Magna Defender. I really liked the Magna Defender when he was his own character. His theme song was freaking awesome, his moments with the Tauros Zord were freaking awesome, and just all of his battle scenes just looked really freaking badass. And I would like to replicate some of those scenes with a Lightning series figure. Whether or not you can actually take off the Magna Defender helmet and then have Mike's head as a replaceable one, I really don't care too much for, but if we could have a battle damaged Magna Defender, that would be pretty cool. Now coming in at number 8 is the Quantum Ranger. He was one of my favorite Rangers of all time, and honestly, I just like the design of the character, even though he's basically kind of a slight palette swap of the Red Time Force Ranger. I still really like the character, I like his weapons, I like all of it, and just to be able to have him displayed with all the other Ranger figures I have would look really freaking cool. Plus, he's a part of the Forever Red team. I mean, come on. It's not complete unless you have the Quantum Ranger. Now coming in for number 7 are the Mystic Forms. Now, no, not the Battleizer forms for the Power Rangers Mystic Force, but I'm talking about the weird, almost demon-looking forms that Solaris Knight, Red Wolf Warrior, and the Gatekeeper had. I really think that they would actually look pretty freaking dope, just to kind of have them standing next to their Ranger counterparts along with the rest of the Mystic Force team. Honestly, I don't know why I liked those forms so much. I mean, Gatekeepers looked kind of stupid in hindsight, but for Solaris Knight and the Red Wolf Warrior, they just looked freaking awesome. Now coming in at number 6, we have the White Mystic Force Ranger. I can't remember if I ever owned her figure from Power Rangers Mystic Force, but honestly, her character looks really freaking cool. Her Magi staff is freaking awesome. I like the fact that it's like an actual staff and not just the tiny little weapon ones that the other Rangers had. But overall, I just like the look of it. And so to have it displayed with the other Mystic Force figures that I do still have would look pretty freaking sick. I mean, while I didn't care too much for Udana as a character, I did like it whenever she whipped out her white Mystic Ring. Now coming in at number 5, we're going to be talking about the Titanium Ranger. Now, come on, we've gotten a couple different Titanium Rangers thanks to Super Megaforce, and I thought we were going to get one because the Legacy figures, I was kind of disappointed when we didn't. But come on, the Titanium Ranger looks all kinds of freaking awesome. And honestly, while his design does fit in best with Lightspeed Rescue, I can see his design fitting in with several other types of series. So to just have his form just kind of being able to sit with different Ranger teams would be really freaking cool. I liked Ryan as a character a whole lot, actually going from an evil Ranger to a good Ranger, kind of very similar to Tommy, except unlike Tommy, he wasn't being hypnotized, he was just lied to his entire life. And so it kind of made him somewhat genuinely evil, and I don't know why, just something I liked about him. Now, unfortunately, his identity will forever be a mystery. The Phantom Ranger, come on. How can this not be a figure that would show up on the list? I'm sure he's going to be coming out in the Lightning series, I think within the first wave, but come on. The Phantom Ranger just looks freaking awesome. He looks completely different from any other Ranger that's out there, and actually has a lot more in common with the Magna Defender, and has a lot more in common as far as his style goes with a Kamen Rider, actually. I just really like this character, and I also really just want an actual figure of him. Anytime they released one, I just straight up missed it. Or I didn't have the money, and then afterwards I regretted trying to find them on eBay because of prices. But the Ranger just looks freaking awesome, and I just want him to be able to go with the rest of my Ranger figures. Now, for those of you guys who didn't know, I am a huge fan of Wild Force. Wild Force is probably one of my favorite seasons of Power Rangers of all time. So, of course, there was going to be a Wild Force entry on this list. And for it to be at number 3 is kind of surprising, but wait until we get to my number 1 and you'll understand. But for my number 3 pick, it's got to go to the Silver Wolf Ranger. While Cole is probably one of my favorite Rangers of all time, something about Merrick as the Silver Wolf Ranger, he just looks awesome, and I want to be able to actually have a figure that can pull off all of his different poses. It's not going to cost me a butt ton of money. I think there's an SH Figuarts version of him out there, but no thank you. That is way too much money. Honestly, I just want to be able to have him displayed next to the Predazord. Unfortunately, my Predazord broke, but I plan on getting another one, so for it to actually be posed next to the Predazord would also be really cool. Plus, I do have a Zanaku figure that he would look really nice next to. Coming in at number 2, Battleizer Rangers. Come on! We've gotten very gimmicky figures that have the Rangers Battleizers with them. I just want figures that have the Battleizers attached to them. And I'm not just talking the Red Ranger Battleizers either. Full team Battleizers would look awesome. No gimmicks attached to them, just the figures themselves looking freaking awesome. Most of the Battleizers nowadays, unfortunately, fall pretty short, although, if that's one thing I have to give Ninja Steel, the Red Lion Fire Armor actually looked pretty freaking dope. But it was honestly something that I loved seeing in every season, and if I had to choose just one Battleizer figure, I'm going to say the Time Fire Armor from Power Rangers Time Force that Wes has. It really does just look like some ancient armor from the past over the Red Ranger suit. It works really well. I really just want to actually have this thing displayed on, like, with all my other figures. And more than that, that would be a really good piece for any collector. I mean, there was the moment where they had all the Battleizers together in Forever Red. So could you imagine having one team that's just completely the normal Forever Red team, and then one team that is all Battleizers? That would be freaking awesome. And finally, coming in at number 1, something that I know a lot of Power Ranger figures are probably already guessing, and that is the Psycho Rangers. Come on, Green and Silver were Power Morphicon exclusives. Actually, I think Green was a Power Morphicon exclusive, then Silver was a Comic-Con exclusive. Then we're only getting Red, Black, and Blue. What about the girls? We need the complete team, Bandai. And you're just gonna drop the ball like that? No, please. Hasbro, please, 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 please. If there is one set of figures that you make first, get first wave out the way, and then make second wave just Psycho Rangers. Please! That's all I ask. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Please! Well, there you guys go. My top 10 figures that I want to see within Hasbro's Lightning series. I know some of them were a bit cheatsy because they were either teams or they were just like multiple different forms or something like that, but heck, it's my channel, it's my list. Gonna do what I want. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, like, comment, and if it's your first video of mine watching, why not subscribe? And guys, I'm going to be trying to upload a video every day throughout 2019, so if you guys want to know whenever I upload a new video, go ahead and click the notification bell, that way it is ringing. And this is Red Ranger 02, signing out. Power down!